Hello, students, and welcome back to our English vocabulary series focusing on our word of the week. In this eighth video in our word of the week series, we're going to focus on fortuitous. This is a more difficult vocabulary word, but we're going to cover what it means, give you some sentence examples with fortuitous, and also discuss some similar words that you can use instead of fortuitous. Because this is a more advanced word, I think it's important that we cover it in detail. But I think it'll really help you at home broaden your vocabulary and help you advance your English vocabulary. So my name is Ben with English from A to Z, and let's get started. So our word of the week. What is the definition of fortuitous? Fortuitous, right? Fortuitous. Four syllables there. And let's start off by discussing what type of word it is. It is an adjective. It is a descriptive word. So fortuitous means when something happens by accident or chance rather than on purpose or by design. Meaning it happens by luck or circumstance or chance. So it's not on purpose. It didn't happen for a reason. Sometimes these things happen by accident or by chance or just by sheer luck, right? So when something happens out of the blue, using an idiom here, out of the blue, or when an unforeseen event happens, and you couldn't control it, or maybe there was an accident or by chance, or you just got lucky or unlucky, that's a fortuitous thing or a fortuitous event. Well, let's look at some examples to help us here understand what fortuitous means with these examples. And each example is a little bit different, I should say. Now, number one, it was fortuitous that I missed my train, because I ended up meeting an old friend at the cafe nearby. So maybe you missed your train, but you see an old friend at the station, or maybe you have time, so you invite a friend out who lives nearby for a coffee or tea. So it was by luck or by chance, or it was fortuitous because by luck or by chance, or unlucky, but it ended up to be a good thing that he did miss his train, or she missed her train, because he or she ended up meeting an old friend at the cafe nearby. So an unlucky event can become lucky, or an accident can end up being a good thing. You never know in life. So it was by chance really means it was fortuitous that this person missed their train because they ended up meeting an old friend at the cafe nearby. Now, number two, their discovery of the ancient ruins was entirely fortuitous as they had only been hiking to find a good sunset view. So again, it wasn't on purpose, it wasn't by design, but they found ancient ruins because they've been looking for a sunset view. They've been climbing to the top, maybe, or to the peak of the summit, and they stumbled upon ancient ruins. Now, this is very rare. This would not likely happen to you at home when you're hiking, but it is possible you could stumble upon an archaeological artifact, or you could stumble upon ruins, or maybe a memorial that is rather unknown, something that you happen to run by chance, and by luck you just find these ancient ruins. So a fortuitous event means an unknown event by accident coming to reality. So that's another way to use fortuitous. By accident we found these ancient ruins while looking for a good sunset view. Number three, while some saw, you could say while some, or some people, but in this case, while some saw the recent stock market crash as a disaster. For those of you who don't know, the stock market is when people buy stocks or even bonds or equities, and they bet on the market. When people lose their money, that's bad, right? They lose value because the value of the stocks goes down. But in this case, for her, we're talking about a lady here, it was a fortuitous moment to invest at rock bottom prices. So one person's crash is another person's opportunity in the stock market. So people lose money if they own a lot of stocks, but if you don't own a lot of stocks, you can buy them cheaper and invest in the market because the market will go up. It'll go down, but it usually goes up over time. But anyway, it was an unlucky event for some people, but someone's misfortune is another person's lucky day. That's just life. So while some people were hurt because they bought too early and then the value crumbled there, at least temporarily, for her, it was a fortuitous moment. It was a lucky moment. It was by chance that she was able to invest at rock bottom prices. No one can predict the stock market, So she was lucky to buy at a good time. So again, fortuitous, lucky or fortunate. You could be lucky, it could be fortunate. It's a favorable. We're looking at similar words to fortuitous by similar meaning. So fortuitous, being lucky or being fortunate, as happened in these examples, favorable, opportune moment, timely event, right? So it was a favorable moment for this lady to buy stocks at rock bottom prices. It was an opportune moment where they were just able to find these ancient ruins while they were walking to see the sunset, and it was timely. The train, he missed his train, so this man in number one, or this woman, it was untimely that they missed the train, but it was timely that they were able to see their friend by chance, right? So by chance or by accident again, coincidental that the man was able to see his friend for coffee. It was a random event by chance that they were able to find the ancient ruins in number two. And then it was a haphazard moment where this woman was just lucky enough or timed the market, where she was able to buy without knowing that there would be a crash. Like, nobody knows when the stock market will go up or down. They can guess. They're usually good at it, but not always. So anyway, think of these similar words when you think about fortuitous. We got favorable, opportune, timely, and then coincidental, random, and haphazard. You don't need to memorize them. Just know that fortuitous is a lucky or fortunate circumstance, and it happens sometimes by chance or by accident, and usually not on purpose. So there's a lot more vocabulary words that we're going to be doing in the future, but fortuitous is a good intermediate or even advanced word for you to add to your English vocabulary. So thank you all so much for watching. I really enjoy doing these English vocabulary videos and doing a word, not every week, but we'll try to do more and more each week, or each month, I should say. But in this Word of the Week video, I enjoyed teaching you all about fortuitous. Make sure to check out other great YouTube videos on our English from A to Z channel, from learning about English slang expressions to analyzing English songs, poems, giving you tips about the language, and much more. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and also click the subscribe button to follow us here on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions or would like to follow our newsletter or subscribe to our website, go to www.englishfroma2z.com/newsletter. Thank you all again so much, and I'll see you all soon for another Word of the Week video. Take care now. Bye-bye.